Hey everyone, it's Erica. Welcome back. I have a process video for you using the January 2023 kits. Still working with these kits. I still have a lot of product left, so I want to get through them. I'm going to use up some of my scraps from previous layouts, but I really wanted to focus on the Slimline Lattice background. This is not just for cards. I'm going to use it on my scrapbook layout and just create some panels. I'm going to use this for my background. This is one of the papers from the Paper Basic, and it's a soft pink. So I'm going to use this for my background and then use some of these strips, run them through the die cutting machine. I might pull in another color as well. I think I have a scrap of maybe yellow or a dark blue, and then run this lattice die through the die cutting machine with these strips. And then my plan is to have them just going across the page. I might just do 3, maybe 4, depending how many I can get to fit on here. I might have to trim it up just a little bit. And then create on top of that, add my photo and embellishments. I was thinking maybe of adding some of these envelopes on there as well. We'll see. I'm going to pull out my die cuts, add them to my tray. And I'm going to get working. I have all of the products sitting here on my desk. So I'm going to go ahead and start die cutting the panels, and then I will be back. Okay, so I have cut out the pieces, and I did 4, but I ended up only using 3 with the Slimline lattice die. And I did a little banner tail. I just folded it like this and then trimmed off the little ends. So I have these 3 pieces that I'm going to use. I have my photos here, and I have these frames that I'm going to add to the photos. This is of my daughter and I in the car driving to Virginia. So I'm going to use those. And then I have some die cuts here, and I did fussy cut some of the florals from this paper here from the kit. So I will use some of those. Add these, probably stitch them onto the layout, add stitching to the top of them. And then build the layout from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll see how it ends up. Okay, so I've run it through the sewing machine, and it is adhered down to the layout, just showing you. It's really hard to see the stitching, but it is there. I just did a straight stitch and then did some zigzag stitching there at the top. And I just stitched at the top and then left the bottoms so that they could kind of move up. I will probably add just a little bit of adhesive, wet adhesive, to the sides of them so they will hold down just a little bit better. But I'm really glad that I didn't add adhesive all over the die cut, because you'll see at the end, I tried to do something that I thought would look good, but it doesn't. So I end up like removing these pieces, like the finished layout, from this light pink background. Like cutting all the way around it and then adhering it to another piece of cardstock. And I left a little bit of it in just to kind of show you sometimes things don't go as planned. And it's okay. I was able to fix it. So I have my photos down. I have them popped up on foam adhesive. I did add those frames to the photos. And those are just some leftover frames from previous layout. And I'm going to add some of these fussy cut florals and some of the die cuts from the January 2023 kits. I'm just going to create some clusters here. These photos are of a road trip that we took to Virginia to visit a friend. And the photos are of Alyssa and I think it was shortly, maybe a couple hours on the road. We did some photos. We had switched drivers. I started out driving and then she took over. Liam is in the back. Can't see him in these photos. We do have plenty of photos with him in or on this trip, but these photos are just of the two of us. So I thought I would document these, and we were laughing about something. We were talking about something, so I just snapped some photos really quick. And I love just, we had a great time in the car. It's a long drive. We drove straight through, 10-hour drive. And Liam was a trooper. He was really, really good. We've done this drive before, and he did really good. And I was a little worried this time around to see if he was going to do as good. And he really, really did good both ways. He fell asleep once in the car on the way there, and it was like right before we arrived to our hotel. And then on the way back, he fell asleep like 30 minutes before we got home. So I have all the clusters down. Everything is adhered, really, really simple embellishing. And then I'm going to add the title to the top. I really love the way that these lattice banners turned out. I was not sure if I was going to love it, but I really do love it. I love the texture. It's just a fun thing to do with this die. Just trying to think outside the box of using it on a card front. And I really, really love the way that they turned out. I think it'd be really fun to punch some shapes out of these as well, like some hearts. So I might try that next. I'm going to add the title to the top. And I start out with "Let's go on a little road trip." And then I'm going to switch it to "Okay, let's go on a little road trip," because my daughter had been asking to go to Virginia for quite a while. And it was like last minute, like the week of when I finally said, fine, let's go, we'll do it. And then we let everybody know we were leaving, and we took off. So yeah, so I was just like, fine, I'm going to put that as my title. Okay, let's go on a road trip. Because that's kind of how it went. So I'm going to add that at the top with these puffy stickers. And I'm not big on titles. I usually do like a large title cut file. So I was really proud of myself to have this title up here at the top of the layout. Using all of these alpha stickers, because I'm not much for titles. If you check out my layouts, I don't do a whole lot of like large titles like this. It's either a cut file title or like something really small. So once I get the title on, you're going to see me cut up some slits on this background paper and back it with the extra lattice die cut that I have. I thought it would be fun to do that on this layout, just to have something like some more color and something peeking out in the background. Oh, there's my daughter. She was in the room with me while I was creating, and she stuck her head in the video. I do not like this at all. I don't like the way it turned out. I do like the idea that was in my head. I was thinking like ripped jeans on, like with like 80s style, right? Ripped jeans, and then you put like tights underneath. Didn't turn out the way that I wanted to. I do love the idea. I will try this again on a 12 by 12. I think going across the whole 12 by 12 would look really, really cool with the lattice design peeking underneath. But for this layout, it did not work. But I'm going to try this again on another layout. So I do all this work, do not like it. I take the title off and then just cut around the banners. Thankfully, I was able to just cut it all out, and it was not a problem at all. And then adhere it to another piece of the paper basics in a darker pink color. I didn't show that part. I just kind of show you what my idea is here with these little slits. And then I take the lattice die cut and back, or, adhere it to the back like that. I do like the look of that, just not with this layout. So I will try it again. And yeah, so I was very glad that I didn't add a whole bunch of adhesive to the back of those lattice die cuts, because that would have been very difficult to fix. So I was very, very grateful that I had to stitch the top because I was able to just cut this background paper right off, take the whole lattice design and stick it to another piece of paper and finish the layout. You'll see that here in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and cut to the part where it's already adhered to the other pink paper. I will leave the products listed down below. If you have not checked out all of the awesome dies that they have, make sure you head on over there and check them out. Dies are a tool that I absolutely love. Love buying dies. There's so many possibilities with dies. So if you can get your hands on some really cool ones, get them in your stash because you can use them over and over and over again. So I've trimmed down the layout and I'm going to mat it on to two different papers from the kit. One is a yellow from the Paper Basics, and then the other is like this grid in this pretty aqua color. Just wanted to add some more color. Very proud of myself for not using a white background. I almost did go to a white background after I messed up the first background, but I did go with a darker pink. I'm going to mat it onto the yellow and then mat it onto that pretty aqua color and then distress the edges. And that will finish up the layout. It was super, super simple. I love how it turned out. Super colorful, has lots of texture, beautiful florals, and a really, really fun memory that I documented. So make sure you head on over to the Hip Kit Club site, check out all the kits, and I will be back with a unboxing of the February kit and then a February project. I apologize for my voice. I've been very, very sick. Finally feeling a little bit better, but not 100%. So if you're wondering why I sound the way I do, it's because I've been sick. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this process video. I have still shots for you guys at the end. I will also leave my link down below so you guys, if you like my work, you want to see more of it, you can check out my Instagram and my YouTube channel. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys get some time to do something creative. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.